In the sun-drenched landscapes of the southeastern United States, where rolling hills met fertile plains and rivers meandered through lush forests, the southeastern tribes flourished. Their cultures were deeply attuned to the rhythms of the natural world, and they crafted societies that reflected their profound connection to the land. The southeastern tribes, including the Cherokee, Creek, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole, lived in harmony with their environment, their traditions shaped by the abundant resources and the challenges of their diverse homeland. These tribes left an Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for new updates. Indelible mark on history, building sophisticated systems of governance, sustainable agricultural practices, and spiritual beliefs that intertwined with their daily lives. For generations, the southeastern tribes inhabited a land of immense ecological diversity. The fertile soil and warm climate made the region ideal for agriculture, and the tribes became skilled cultivators. The Cherokee, for instance, cultivated a variety of crops, including corn, beans, squash, and sunflowers. These crops formed the backbone of their diet, supplemented by hunting, fishing, and foraging. The three sisters' corn, beans, and squash were grown in tandem, their complementary growth patterns and nutritional value reflecting the tribe's deep understanding of agricultural sustainability. Corn provided a sturdy stalk for beans to climb. Beans enriched the soil with nitrogen, and squash spread along the ground, suppressing weeds and retaining moisture. This ingenious planting method not only ensured bountiful harvests, but also embodied the harmony they sought in all aspects of life. The tribe's intimate knowledge of their environment extended to their hunting and fishing practices. Deer, turkey, and other game animals were hunted with bows, spears, and traps, and every part of the animal was used to avoid waste. Similarly, fishing methods varied by season and location, including the use of nets, weirs, and spears. Rivers and streams teemed with fish, providing a vital source of protein. Foraging for wild fruits, nuts, and medicinal plants further diversified their diets and deepened their connection to the land. Housing in the southeastern tribes reflected the practical needs of their environment. The Cherokee and other tribes constructed wattle and daub houses, a technique that involved weaving a framework of wooden poles and covering it with a mixture of mud, clay, and straw. These homes were designed to be cool in the summer and warm in the winter, offering comfort and protection from the elements. In the more swampy regions inhabited by the Seminole, houses called chickees were built on stilts, their thatched roofs providing shade and ventilation. These structures demonstrated the tribe's ability to adapt to their surroundings, ensuring that their dwellings met both their physical and cultural needs. The southeastern tribes were not only masters of the land, but also architects of complex social and political systems. The Cherokee developed a government modeled after a democratic structure, with a council of chiefs who made decisions on behalf of their communities. Their system included a balance between war and peace leadership, with designated chiefs for each role. The Creek Confederacy, or Muskogee, was another example of advanced governance, comprising a network of loosely affiliated towns, each with its own leadership but united in shared cultural and political practices. Decisions were often made collectively, with councils deliberating to reach consensus. One of the most notable aspects of southeastern governance was the inclusion of women in decision-making processes. Cherokee women, for instance, held significant influence in their matrilineal society. Clan membership was traced through the mother, and women were often consulted on matters of war and peace. The role of women extended beyond governance to include crucial responsibilities in agriculture, family, and spiritual practices, highlighting their integral role in maintaining societal balance. Spiritual beliefs were deeply woven into the fabric of life for the southeastern tribes. They viewed the world as a living entity imbued with spirit and maintained a reverent relationship with nature. Animals, plants, and natural elements were seen as interconnected parts of a greater whole, each deserving respect and gratitude. Ceremonies and rituals were central to their spiritual practices, often aligned with the agricultural calendar. The green corn ceremony, celebrated by many southeastern tribes, marked the beginning of the harvest season. This event was a time of renewal, forgiveness, and gratitude, bringing the community together to honor the earth's bounty. Medicine and healing practices were deeply spiritual, involving the use of plants, chants, and rituals performed by medicine men or women. Knowledge of medicinal plants was passed down through generations, ensuring the continuity of traditional healing practices. These healers acted as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual realms, their work guided by a holistic understanding of health that encompassed mind, body, and spirit. Art and craftsmanship flourished among the Southeastern tribes, reflecting their cultural values and connection to nature. Basketry, pottery, and beadwork were not only practical, but also deeply symbolic. Patterns and motifs often told stories or represented spiritual beliefs, with designs inspired by the natural world. Shells, feathers, and other natural materials were incorporated into clothing and adornments, creating items that were both beautiful and meaningful. The Cherokee syllabary, developed by Sequoyah in the early 19th century, was a remarkable achievement that enabled the written preservation of their language and traditions. Trade played a significant role in the Southeastern tribes' economy and cultural exchange. Rivers served as natural highways, facilitating the movement of goods such as food, tools, and craft. Trade networks extended beyond the Southeast, connecting tribes to distant regions and fostering the exchange of ideas and technologies. Wampum beads, made from shells, were a valuable trade item and also held ceremonial significance, symbolizing agreements and relationships. As the seasons changed, so too did the activities of the Southeastern tribes. Spring was a time of planting and preparation, with ceremonies to ensure a successful growing season. Summer brought communal gatherings and the tending of crops, while autumn focused on the harvest and preservation of food. Winter, with its colder temperatures, was a quieter time for storytelling, crafting, and reflection. These seasonal rhythms underscored the tribe's adaptability and their deep understanding of the cycles of nature. The arrival of European settlers in the 16th century brought profound changes to the Southeastern tribes. Diseases, displacement, and conflict disrupted their traditional ways of life, yet their resilience and adaptability allowed many aspects of their culture to endure. The Cherokee, for instance, adopted new agricultural techniques and tools, while also resisting efforts to erase their identity. The tragic Trail of Tears, a forced relocation in the 1830s, tested their strength, but their cultural heritage persisted, a testament to their enduring spirit. The legacy of the Southeastern tribes is a powerful reminder of the wisdom inherent in living in harmony with the land. Their traditions, governance, and sustainable practices offer valuable lessons for contemporary society, emphasizing the importance of balance, respect, and community. Today, the descendants of these tribes continue to honor their ancestors' legacy, preserving their cultures and sharing their knowledge with the world. Through their stories, art, and traditions, the Southeastern tribes remain a vital part of the American tapestry, their contributions enriching our understanding of what it means to live in harmony with the earth.